Hello everyone, welcome to the other episode of On My Way From Work, as I am going from work. So, today I was talking with Honza, and he said that he was listening to all of the episodes that were out before Christmas. So cheers to Honza for investing the time. And I got some feedback. For example, that I don't summarize enough what is happening and what I'm doing, and I start with the work day, which might not be easy to follow for the people who don't know what we are doing. So I will try to work on that. So thanks again to Honza for listening, and all of you for your attention. I really appreciate that. So I'm just creating the quantity. Honza was asking me what is my goal with this, what I want to achieve, and I told him that I don't know. I just use it as the time filler for the way home and also for the therapy reasons. So let's see what happens and what it becomes. This is probably the 9th or 10th episode, so it's getting somewhere. Yesterday I was talking about 17 minutes, which was kind of long episode. Also, I'm learning to saying episode and not episode, which is progress. And yeah, and I say a lot of and yeah because I want to say something and I don't know the words that I want to say, so I say and then nothing comes to my mind, so I say just yeah, and it's kind of ugly to hear that when I listen it after myself. So I will try not to do it. If you notice something similar, just let me know. I would be glad to learn not to do it and enhance the quality of the podcasts. Also, I enhanced the playlist on YouTube. I made it like podcast type instead of regular video playlist type. I don't see the difference there, but if we have podcast, let's have like podcast playlist, right? Enterprise, yay. There is a lot of people around, a lot of cars. Okay, so today, or let's start with the overall summary. So I'm working for Tolji, an open source startup creating a localization software, and right now I'm working on notifications feature, which means creating like the bell icon, which you know, for example, from Facebook, where are the notifications, what happened, who liked your post and who commented on your post. So we want to have something similar. For example, if somebody comments on your translation, you would get a notification that you have a comment which you might want to reply or just react by changing the translation. So I am going by the principles of continuous integration and continuous deployment, and my experience of releasing small things often. We had more discussions about this today, also with Zuzka, with the UX lady in the office. So there is another point why to release bigger chunks than smaller chunks, because there is also the wow effect we want to achieve by the users. So if we release the notifications in a super duper feature rich way from nothing, it does bigger impression on the users than just adding the notifications in somewhat like in the shape I have it now, which means when a task is assigned to you, you get a notification, and that's just it. So it's from the marketing point of view, it's better to release bigger chunks. So we decided to go this way, to create a branch which will be periodically rebased on master or merged from master into. So let's see how it goes. Trademark. So today I was working on the data structure, on the API definition, reusing the already existing components for that. So for example, if I'm returning a linked task, I return a task model that already exists when returning the tasks. Also, when I return a project from the API, it gets returned in the simple project model object. It's a poem, isn't it? So it was kind of challenging. There was the challenge to create a notification to create a notification from the open source package or open source module, but I want to reference a task which is located in the enterprise module. So I cannot, and also the task service, the component for fetching the tasks from database, is located in the enterprise module. So Honza had an idea to create a dynamically linked component which would be on the runtime. There will be a bean created on the runtime if EE, the Enterprise Edition project, is also bundled, and it will not be present if only the open source is there. So I created an interface of notifications. I don't know the name of it. Yeah, Enhancer. I think it was Enhancer. Notifications Enhancer. So you can create anywhere a concrete class that gets loaded to Spring when it boots, and then it just applies all the enhancers in a loop, and if it doesn't find any, it just ends on the empty loop. So there is a pair of objects, the input notification that is got from database, and there is the output model notification that should be returned via the API. And as the, let's say, task notification enhancer is responsible for filling the linked task into the model entity. So we have like mutable fields there, which is kind of not nice, but is the trade-off for splitting the modules. So I think it's worth the small mess that it does. So that was the highlight of today, also with discussion with Zuzka. So yeah. That's the end of my sentence, apparently. So I hope you enjoyed the last 10 seconds of meditation and listening to my footsteps. I also shared with Honza that I don't find enjoyable to listen to my voice and to the sentences and to the pauses in the middle of the sentences, because I am like, when I'm listening to myself, I'm like, I cannot hold the attention to that. It's just too many interruptions, and nope. And Honza said that it's kind of okay, that he didn't have problem with holding the attention. So maybe it's just the like over criticism of the author, something like that. I wanted to say so yeah, but I didn't. So we just ended in a silence. And I need to end my sentences into the dot, into the resolved sentence. Yeah, that's my goal to be better at. Okay, so I guess that's going to be it. The notifications are, yeah, and I will need to write the automated tests for all the logic that I created, because it's like the case. I like test-driven development, to write the tests first and then the implementation. But this was like, I don't know the implementation. I need to figure out what needs to be passed and then add the tests. So let's see how it goes. Because it's not clear what needs to be implemented. So I made it the implementation first, and now I will need to remember what I was doing and adding the tests. Also, those will be like new tests in new classes. I haven't created new tests from scratch in Tolg yet. I was always just copy pasting some existing and arranging it to fill my needs. So it will be a learning experience. Nothing will happen on the production side. I think I will spend like one full day creating the tests. Also the Cypress tests, maybe, to see if the notifications get created. Maybe I can like add this to the tasks. When the task gets created, then the notification gets created. So it should be like time efficient, not to test it separately. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I'm home already, kinda. So thank you for your attention. If you type into the YouTube comments, I would be glad. Also, Honza said that he would like a Spotify version. He would appreciate it. So maybe I will publish on Spotify also. Okay. So have a nice day. Thank you for your attention, and see you tomorrow or in a few days. Bye.